The penultimate regular season match day in USL League One comes to a close. Central Valley hosts a Greenville team tonight in search of a home playoff match. Philip Galati with you from Fresno State Soccer Stadium, and with just 1 week to go, let's take a look at the standings coming into tonight. The 8 playoff spots have been decided. Union Omaha with a come-from-behind win against South Georgia, eliminating Tormenta, and Los Bujos lifting the Players' Shield, their 3rd in 5 years. Meanwhile, Greenville in 4th right now, tied on points, though, with one Knoxville. Those top 4 teams are the ones that will get a home playoff fixture. So for the Triumph, it's all about maximizing points tonight and in the last match week as well. For Central Valley, their season has had a little bit of a different story. In the early months, they had a lot of turnover, a lot of young professionals getting their first contracts in the big leagues, and they struggled to find chemistry, oftentimes with changing formations and lots of injuries as well. Central Valley just couldn't find the links in between the lines. Negative 23 goal differential, but as of late, they've looked very strong, thanks in large part to a core of academy players led by the 18-year-old Zachary Smuck, who grabbed the headlines earlier this week with his first professional goal on the road against one Knoxville. Said his head coach, Mike Elias, he is one of the best goal scorers at the club and emblematic of what a young professional can be. As for Greenville, as of late, they just can't stop scoring. 12 goals in their last 4 outings as a team. Liam McKinnon, number 9 right there, he's accounted for half of them. Currently tied with Charlotte's Juan Carlos Obregon Jr. on 14 goals, tied for first in the Golden Boot race, and said his head coach, Rick Wright, it's about more than just being on the ball, it's about us dominating the ball in the final third. That's how McKinnon is able to score so many goals. So Central Valley looked to close out the home slate on a high note, while 3 points for the Triumph make it a phono finish for the home playoff spots in 2024. Who's going to be doing it out? We'll take you through the starting 11 for both sides on the other side of this quick break. See you soon.
At Golden Bear Physical Therapy, our goal is to help you reach the best version of you. We specialize in physical therapy, work injury prevention and rehabilitation, athlete training and sports injury, and so much more. So whether you're trying to get back to work or back to practice, call us today and let us help you.
So Fuego El Fox is ready to carry the colors for Central Valley's last home match of 2024. He's hitting the gritty too, having a fun night out at Fresno State Soccer Stadium. Let's take a look at how Fuego line up tonight on home soil for the last time this season for head coach Mike Elias. Again, that young core highlighted by Zachary Smuck, the 18-year-old up top, Kevin Garcia, the 16-year-old, holding it down in midfield, Jose Carrera, Chris Heckenberg supporting him from behind, and the league-leading assist getter, Alfredo Medense, starts on the bench for this one, still returning to full match fitness. As for the Triumph, Greenville coming into tonight looking to make history and lock up a home playoff game. 4-4-2 is the formation to go with for head coach Rick Wright. Gunther Rankenberg in net. Liam McKinnon out on the left wing, flanked by Zion Scarlett on the right. Up top, Leo Castro with 7 goals this season, and Sebastian Velasquez with 2 to his name on his right. So one last piece of advice from Evan Lee, number 12 for Greenville, who leads USL League One with 145 matches played, 12,000 minutes played, and 68 matches won in his career. Meanwhile, Central Valley led from the back by a new man in charge, Andre Zuluaga. His last appearance September 18th against Lexington. The Inter Miami Academy graduate will be wearing the all-white kit tonight. Liam McKinnon, keep an eye out for him. A chance to go back atop the Golden Boot standings if he scores tonight. Zachary Smuck looking to follow up his first professional goal earlier this week. It will be Dembor Benson.
All right, Soccer fans, we're counting it down.
Starts things off.
In case you hadn't noticed, the Greenville Triumph are in the green kit with the black shorts. Central Valley
The man who was playing amateur soccer a couple months ago is back on a professional field and in the starting 11 after nearly a month away from the pitch, and we are underway from Fresno State Soccer Stadium. Lee battling for it with Heckenberg, and it will just about trickle over that white line. Central Valley, in the last few matches as of late, have put the pieces in place for an exciting future for this club. Again, that young core, Dembor Benson winning the corner, somebody who was playing semi-professional a couple months ago for a burrito restaurant, El Farolito, in the U.S. Open Cup. Scored both goals in El Farolito's win against Fuego, and the club brought him in. Jose Carrera takes the first corner of the night short. Rather, it's gone all the way to the back post, and the shot on goal is headed over the goal.
Quick in action.
Siobhan John Brown back into the starting 11.
Players.
3 goals for him on the season. This one looped in and headed over.
This time we end up with a
Sean Vinberg up from the back, who did score from a corner a couple weeks ago and was in fact a match winner against Spokane. Woo. Tyler Pollock, his 6th season with the club. Greenville with a lot of returning players. Head coach Rick Wright in his 6th season with the club, his first as a head coach. Spoke on the intensity and the experience that these veteran players bring to the side, and he's playing a full strength starting 11, trying to lock down that home playoff fixture. The top 4 teams in USL League One will play their opening playoff matches on home soil. Greenville currently in 4th with a win tonight. Make it a sure thing. Knoxville tied on points right now, but regardless of how the final match day goes, if Greenville win tonight, they'll have 11. And the max that Knoxville can get is 10, so on tiebreaker, it will be the Triumph in the top 4 for certain. Schultz to restart the throw. Plenty of Fuego faithful in attendance for the final home match this season. His club has had new life breathed into it in recent weeks. Schultz. No way through on the far side. Brian Bustamante conceding the corner. California native, played his college ball with CSU Northridge. All Big West honorable mention as a senior last year.
Number 10, Sebastian Velasquez, taking the corner.
Sebastian Velasquez to take the opening corner for the visitors. A knuckling delivery, may have mishit it a bit. 16-year-old Kevin Garcia met it. 32-year-old Tyler Pollock to the far side. Overlapping run made, cross to the back post is just over the head of Fricky. Garcia, pursued by the man double his age, able to get the ball away. Central Valley have numbers here. Benson battling for it with reinforcements arriving to his right. Trying to pick out Zachary Smuck. Now, is that a penalty? No, it's offside.
Flag was up. Offside violation.
It seemed like Fuego had the numbers. How about this pass from 16-year-old Kevin Garcia over the head of Javier Mariona? Denbar Benson ran onto it, left the ball behind, had the tenacity to stay with it, and the right foot of the defender denied the pass from reaching its target. Greenville playing a very high line. Central Valley can play well without the ball. Coming off a 2-1 loss at Knoxville earlier this week, but really a game that could have been 3-2 if not for the heroic defending of Jordan Skelton and Sean Lewis. Speaking to head coach Mike Elias before tonight's match, after that match, he said we were unfortunate not to come away with more points, but did well to show that we can stay in and fight in any match against any team, even when they're dominating possession. Ball clipped into the box, headed down in front. No space to shoot just yet. Pollock. Velasquez. Now Chapa Herrera. Not a lot of time on the ball either for Greenville.
Can you talk to them and say working on it?
Fricky to the far side, Schultz. Has the short option on. Numbers queuing up in the box, and again the back line getting very high. Tyler Pollock, the outside defender, has stepped into midfield. Receives the ball now. Pollock to drive, has space on the far side. Mariona defending, and the step over does not beat him.
Once again, number 10, Sebastian.
Zion Scarlett driving right at his defender. Getting some pointers from Liam McKinnon. Scarlett, 20 years of age, his third season as a professional. Signed his inaugural pro contract with the Capybaras, Columbus Crew 2, the inaugural MLS Next Pro champions.
Dangerous and cause serious injury. Please be alert at all times when you're in the spectator area.
In swinging left-footed delivery from Velasquez. Looping ball. Dealt with at the back stick. A lot of hang time on that cross. And Greenville certainly has the height advantage in a number of matchups. Chape Herrera will go for goal. Always rising.
That shot might have been good for a 40-yard field goal, but no. Goal kick.
Had the lane in front of him. Did the right thing by trying his luck. 30 yards out plus, though. Went for power. Chape Herrera making his 20th start this season. Played the full 90 in 4 of the last 5 matches for the Triumph. Pollock underneath it. Second ball battling. Benson losing out. Lee. Here's Liam McKinnon. Defended well by Siobhan John Brown. How about the space afforded now to Jose Carrera? Wanted someone to make the run. Nobody was showing short for him. Central Valley seeing time on the ball in the middle third, but once they try and make that pass into the final third, that's where they're starting to lose the connections a bit. Ten minutes gone from Fresno State Soccer Stadium. Neither keeper has been tested as of yet. Greenville trying to change that. One-two wasn't on. Pollock. Central Valley stepping up a little bit. Now they'll get to step up even more. They've done well to hold their defensive shape. Denbor Benson, the lone forward. Zachary Smuck is checked in at the back line. McKinnon! Just wide. And that's all he needs, is just a fraction of space.
Quick shot by Ryan McKinnon.
Got that out of his feet so fast.
Goal kick. Fuego.
And it wasn't very far off at all. 14 goals for him this season, 6 in his last 4. 3-time All-Big East Forward of the Year with Villanova. A man from Switzerland. In fact, a lot of players with international experience on this Greenville side. Contrast that with Central Valley, with the team largely comprised of California natives. Kevin Garcia, Javier Mariona, Zachary Smuck, Clayton Torr, Jose Carrera Garcia, the list goes on. Big emphasis in the club to recruit locally, and there is a hotbed of talent, in the words of Mike Elias, in the area. Greenville into the Central Valley area now. Velasquez, big 50-50 with Zachary Smuck.
Flag was up for an offside violation.
Went all the way over the byline for a goal kick. And it was a physical challenge from 18-year-old forward Zachary Smuck, but he got the ball. Just the force in it that took Sebastian Velasquez off his feet. Velasquez with a hot foot, assisted last time out in the win for Greenville, scored the match before that. Wu forced back. Poor clearance. Fortunate to see it skip by a Central Valley player. And now space in behind. Greenville bringing numbers. This is Zion Scarlett and McKinnon looping right in front of goal. And a foul committed against the goalkeeper. Andre Zuluaga created a space to contest for that ball and had it taken away from him unfairly.
Fuego.
Zion Scarlett, every time he's on the ball, he takes a diagonal lane right at the box. He wants to dribble at goal. He's got a bit of selfishness about him, but when you can dribble as well as he can, it makes sense. Fuego, you can see it on Andre Zuluaga's kit, going with a retro emblem. Very much in fashion, and a fashionable pass by Dembor Benson. Trivella ball easy on the eyes. Numbers forward for Fuego. And Daniel Wu not messing about with it. McKinnon looping it over the top. Two defenders there. Clayton Torr, one of them, so two now. Siobhan John Brown. McKinnon once again brought down by Kevin Garcia. Liam McKinnon has already had a try on goal tonight. It was just wide of the far post, but Central Valley gonna have a tough time keeping him quiet, that's for sure. Rafael Bonilla, the man in the center tonight. Clayton Torr breaking the lines with a marauding run. Has Garcia in support. Fights the challenge of Polak, was able to skip by him. Great ball to find Jose Carrera. Mariano stayed onside. Couldn't keep the strike down. How about the ball from Siobhan John Brown? Nobody putting pressure on Jose Carrera. Garcia puts a little bit behind the run of Mariano, who set his feet well and again went for power. Space afforded to Chapa Herrera now. Surprised how much time some of these players are getting in the middle third of the pitch, because Greenville will like to keep the ball and Central Valley will want to play quickly. But once both teams get into their respective final thirds, that time quickly elapses. Scarlett into the box and out of the box as well. Goal kick. That passing from Greenville that we've seen so far tonight, haven't seen a lot of passing from number 17.
Be sure to check out the Fuego team store located at 4233 West Sierra Madre Avenue.
Javier Mariano is still down behind goal.
5 p.m. Monday through Friday. You can also check out a sample of their wares right behind the
In the aftermath of both Hurricanes Helene and Milton, the USL has partnered with United Way Suncoast to help the Tampa Bay area recover from the devastation the storm left behind. To learn how you can get involved, scan the QR code or visit www.uslsoccer.com/Milton to ensure individuals and families have the access to resources they need to recover. Velasquez. Look how many numbers Greenville are bringing forward every time they've got the ball. Not easy to play a high-intensity game. especially when it's 83 degrees in Fresno. Good ball into the box, unable to be brought back down. Benson tussling with his mark, able to get the pass away. Here's Siobhan John Brown now. Wants to drive at Tyler Pollock. John Brown, the cutback deflected, and the keeper out for it. Who did it come off of last? The goalkeeper.
Corner kick. Fuego. Daisy Prince sponsor.
Gunther Rankenberg conceding the corner kick
This corner
and
kick.
protesting quite loudly.
Jose Guerrero-Garcia.
Georgia native, played his college ball in his home state with Georgia State. Trying to keep a clean sheet for the first time since June 22nd against One Knoxville. Herrera's delivery dealt with at the front post. We've seen across to the far post, across to the near post, and even a training ground corner. Maybe the throw-in will provide a different look for this team. Jose Carrera with 2 assists on the year. Clayton Torres cross in. Bustamante. Mariona, who's been leading the line on the far side, was all the way on the back line this time around. Trying to take on 2 defenders and runs out of real estate. Nate Scholes to restart play. 2018 MLS Super Draft selection by the LA Galaxy. Had almost 5,000 minutes for Galaxy's second side in just under 60 appearances. Big chest and a volley that won't trouble Rankenberg, but speculative effort from Clayton Torre.
Number 15, Clayton Torre, unleashes a long shot.
Does have a goal in the season, the man who has played just about everywhere. On the left, on the right, through the center of defense. Knows how to get forward as well, and gets back on this occasion to concede a corner kick.
Corner kick. Triumph. Number 9, Lyle McKinnon, taking the corner.
McKinnon to swing this one in. Nobody near the goalkeeper except for one. Andre Zuluaga wanting some space from Evan Lee. Everybody else queuing up by the penalty mark. There's going to be a lot of movement on this run-up. Could get chaotic in the box. Delivery's a shallow one. The header in front is blocked. It wouldn't have counted anyways. The referees called it off. But Central Valley battening down the hatches. Great header on. Bustamante was there to cover. Zuluaga backing him up, and it was Evan Lee impeding the goalkeeper. He got a warning before the corner kick and sees the whistle sounded after. Siobhan John Brown getting some written instructions. Mike Elias making some mid-game adjustments. So interesting to see. Wonder what was written on that little piece of paper. As far as adjustments go, Central Valley have the ball and a chance to make those changes. Jose Carrera directing traffic. Good ball play to the far side. Mariona looking for shooting space and losing his balance. Sliding challenge was a great one. He's won back the ball. Now Smuck. Siobhan John Brown. Trying to clip it in behind for Garcia. Forced away from goal by Pollock. There's a real composure about Kevin Garcia when he's on the ball, especially for someone 16 years of age. Barca Residency Academy product. Head coach Mike Elias saying it's the intensity that he brings that sets him apart. He never backs down from a defender or a challenge. You can't teach that. Long ball over the top came up empty, but Central Valley, they're connecting a lot more passes. Players looking confident with the ball at their feet, willing to drive at defenders and move off the ball. Create some space on the overloads. Whoa. Fricky. Wide for Schultz. Now Velasquez. Greenville keen to keep the ball and not force anything.
You know we need that energy, we need that excitement. If you're here to cheer on the Fuego on this fan appreciation night, we need you guys to make some noise, throw your hands in the air, and get ready for
Fricky.
some t-shirts. We got Scorcher, we got Fuego L Fox, and they're looking for the loudest, they're looking for the rowdiest, they're looking for the fans on fan appreciation night, so that way they can throw some t-shirts out to you. Come on now. Y'all can get a little bit louder than that. Get a little bit louder
Whoa.
than that. Let's do it for the Fuego. Let's go.
Castro. Again, Greenville keen to not force anything. They have the experience and the talent to link up passes and be patient, draw Central Valley out of position, force them to make a mistake and overcommit. And it may look like now Greenville taking their time, but in all reality, they are just waiting for Central Valley to make one misstep, one half of a misstep, and they will explode at pace. Zion Scott gonna try and go in himself. Good cross, was a little high. McKinnon now. He'll go down and the whistle will sound. Ryan McKinnon, besides that one chance pretty early on in this first half, has been quiet for now. Seven goals for the team last year. He's doubled that tally in 2024. Herrera faking it short. McKinnon will drive it in. Great ball. Headed down in front of Benson. Instead, Smuck will get rid. Herrera. Scarlett once again. Couple of step overs. It's flashy. He finds McKinnon. It's blocked. Now Velasquez's turn. Zuluaga saw it all the way. Sebastian Velasquez.
Andre in goal.
Second shot on target of the night for the Triumph. McKinnon denied. Velasquez doing the right thing, taking it quickly. Bouncing ball, Zuluaga dealt with it a little awkwardly, but did well to get his body in a good position for it. And it's so curious to see how Greenville go forward, because on that last passage of play, Zion Scarlett keeps his heels on the touchline, but drives right at the defenders. He stays as wide as he possibly can, so once he gets the ball, he has space in front of him and can start to accelerate, because his top speed is going to leave everybody in the dust. Meanwhile, McKinnon waits to crash centrally until someone else has the ball, and then makes that delayed run to the top of the box, as you saw in that last play. You see McKinnon right in the middle of your screen, just waiting for that pass. Staying central, which allows Tyler Pollock to take the space vacated on this near side. Woo. Now McKinnon with the ball on the near side, just going to stay close to it. Referee going to blow the whistle as Zachary Smuck is down.
Injury time on the field.
18-year-old who scored his first professional goal earlier this week. A little worse for wear. As he receives some attention, we'll take a look at the current playoff bracket in USL League One. These are the 8 teams that will be competing in the playoffs. That much is confirmed. As for where they will be, that remains to be seen. Greenville with 3 points tonight will secure the 4th seed at the very lowest, which means a home playoff spot. Richmond are the final team into the playoffs. Union Omaha have the #1 overall seed, and of course the Players' Shield. Noco and Charlotte would be a great matchup, and Forward Madison would welcome Spokane to Bree Stevens Field. Still is a little chance of movement between those 8 teams, but those are the franchises that will be playing playoff soccer in 2024. So the referee,
Substitution for the
Rafael Bonilla, will restart
coming on the pitch is number 20.
with the drop ball.
Fredo Middens. Coming off, number 33, Sean Lindbergh.
Alfredo Midense will be set to enter this one for Zachary Smuck. He leads the league in assists this season with 7, but is also able to find the back of the net himself. Just an all-around attacking threat. As head coach Mike Elias says, he is a dribbler by trade, and already straight away onto the ball and taking on defenders. That's a poor challenge and will likely be the first yellow card. And in fact, it will be to Jose Carrera.
Yellow card issued to number 10 of Fuego, Jose Carrera Garcia.
Midense not wasting any time, wanting the ball, getting the ball, and driving right at his first defenders. July Player of the Month, 2nd youngest ever on a re. As Jose Carrera, former Chattanooga Red Wolves man, will go into the book as the first name in the pocket tonight. 34th minute from Fresno State Soccer Stadium. Philip Galati with you. Scoreless so far. Greenville have looked the likelier team to get the first goal in this one, but they have been far from dominant. Fuego have found their chances to get on the ball. Now have to start testing the goalkeeper.
My correction on these
70% possession from Greenville, but again, Fuego know how to play without the ball and do it well.
Stay on the pitch.
John Brown in hot pursuit and able to scramble out of the way of the clearance too. Excellent acrobatics from number 7. Here's Clayton Torr. John Brown, great ball into the box. Open shot was closed down quickly. Brandon Fricke in the way of Jose Carrera Garcia's strike. Heckenberg lost his footing but pops right back up. John Brown. Central Valley looking very strong now. There is Mike Elias, the head man in charge, who had a lot of praise to sing about his players, even though there will be no postseason soccer in California. He's excited about the future of this club with how many young players they've got and about bringing soccer back to this part of the country. Medense gets the pass away, wants the return ball, and it's denied by Wu. How about the movement from Fuego up top in that final third? And they've kept the ball even when they've lost it. The slide rule ball there is just a little bit forced. The run was being made, but defender well placed to cover it. Medense with a tactical foul. Not enough in it for a yellow card. Just a little tug on the jersey against Chapa Herrera. Check out all the exciting postseason action starting in November as the USL playoffs presented by Terminix showcase the top teams battling it out for the ultimate prize. Go to USLLeague1.com for all the latest playoff information. Woo. Central defender by Trey. Look how wide he's gotten now. Polak getting forward. McKinnon driving inside. No shot on for him. Battling forward unfairly was Leo Castro, whose name we haven't mentioned much tonight. Man who had 13 goals for the club last season, up to 7 in 2024. Castro, the Colombia national, started his career at the Millonarios Academy. Well defended at the edge of the area. And there's a big challenge and an outcry and protest from the Fuego faithful. The yellow card already out of the pocket. Unfairly challenging for the ball is Zion Scarlett.
Yellow card, he's
He'll be the first Greenville name into the book.
Greenville triumph. Number 17, Zion Scarlett.
Medense with the high stud, battling forward awkwardly and not offering much of a argument at the decision. Halftime just a few minutes away. Greenville will be displeased with their lack of scoring. Speaking to head coach Rick Wright earlier this week, he said something we've been working on in training for this match specifically has been our finishing. We want to get out early and get that early goal. They have not done that. Credits to Central Valley for defending well. There is Rick Wright, the man in charge for the visitors. His first season as a head coach with the club. And Medense with the challenge that will leave a mark. Fernando Medense has to be a little bit careful. Was only substituted on in the 33rd minute and has already committed a number of fouls. Number 20 for Central Valley. Persistent infringement may start to creep into the mind of the referee. Medense 7 assists rather, leading the league in that category, 4 goals to boot in all competitions. Woo. Poor pass. It was intended for Tyler Pollock, and really it didn't give number 3 much to deal with there. Lead dispossessed. Second ball won by Chapa Herrera. Pass intended for Scarlett, cut away. And Scarlett had a couple bright dribbles in the first 20-25 minutes or so. He hasn't seen much of the ball either. The Central Valley side has looked better defensively in recent weeks, and so far tonight has started to really find their shape. Lee, McKinnon. Wu urged to go forward. Instead plays all the way back to keeper. Ryan McKinnon has been shut down in large part to Clayton Torr. Number 15 for Fuego, speaking to head coach Mike Elias earlier this week, he said it's a wonder that Clayton Torr is able to walk home after training. How much ground he covers, how hard he works. And then that sentiment got around the office and made a few people laugh, because everyone agreed that Clayton Torr, well, it's true. California native, one of many on this team, as mentioned earlier. Formerly of the LA Force, 2,500 minutes in 2 seasons with them. He's close to eclipsing that mark this season with Fuego. This is a lovely run toward the edge of the area. Jose Carrera Garcia, though, cleans up the loose ball. And now it's Fuego's turn when they win it to give it right back. There was a series there of suffocating possession from the hosts. Greenville have found a little bit more life as the interval looms large. Great ball into the box for McKinnon. Cutting it back into the air for Scarlett, and misjudged the supporting run. Garcia denied.
Bro, that smells good.
Now Schultz for Scarlett once again. Denied once again by Mariona. Javier Mariona and Zion Scarlett, another individual battle that has been riveting in this one. A lot of those individual matchups tonight, it's going to come down to one chance in all likelihood. Difficult for the attackers to win their matchups for Greenville. Central Valley's look good on the 1v1. So when the attackers are able to skip by their mark, they've got to make the most of it. Herrera. Falls to McKinnon. Looking for the near post. Catching the leg of the defender. Into the 45th minute now from Fresno State Soccer Stadium. Everybody up for the triumph. Great ball, nobody picked up Evan Lee. Still no way through for Greenville. Try and loop it into the box, and the looping header from Castro is off target. Clayton Torr has been covering a lot of ground, as this is trademark, mentioned earlier, but has played just about everywhere this season. Left back, right back, center back, able to get forward as well and dribble effectively. Someone who Coach Mike Elias had very high praises for. And Torr commit a foul this time? He did not. McWright disagrees, the head coach for Greenville. Had a perfect seat for that decision. And pleading his case with the official. Almost at the end of the first of a minimum 2 minutes of added time. Benson. Bustamante urged onwards. Benson battled successfully for it. Great ball, Mybeden save for John Brown. Looping for Mariona. Back towards Denver Benson. He never got up for it. There was so much space when Alfredo Medense switched the point of attack there. Pass in midfield intercepted by Evan Lee now. Here's Castro. Great ball in and too strong. A lot of space on the switch for the visitors as well. 2-on-1, if that pass is a little bit better. And Andre Zuluaga will keep the ball in his grasp as the first half whistle sounds. A scoreless first 45 from Fresno State Soccer Stadium. On Fan Appreciation Night, Central Valley have blanked the man who is tied for first in the Golden Boot race. The second half will provide all to play for the triumph. As McKinnon tries to stay hydrated and Rick Wright will search for solutions. So 45 minutes down and the ball has not found the back of the net on either side, but there is plenty to talk about at the break. News and notes, scores around the league, and of course the first half highlights all coming up in a little bit. We will see you very soon.
At Golden Bear Physical Therapy, our goal is to help you reach the best version of you. We specialize in physical therapy, work injury prevention and rehabilitation, athlete training and sports injury, and so much more. So whether you're trying to get back to work or back to practice, call us today and let us help you.
The stakes could not be higher in 2024's final edition of the Ice and Fire Cup. Playoff chasing Central Valley Fuego host inaugural Jägermeister Cup champions Northern Colorado Hailstorm.
Be determined. We're a good team, okay? I don't want you to forget that. We're a good team. Our aim is not to be bottom of the league. That's our aim. Everyone got it? Yeah. Hey, Fuego, let's do it. Come on, let's go.
Dale, muchachos. Ya se deben un triunfo para ustedes.
Just about time to get this party started here at Fresno State Soccer Stadium. Fuego and Hailstorm moments away from kicking off with a lot of young faces in this lineup. 16-year-old Kevin Garcia.
All right, guys, so look. Big game today, okay? There's a lot at stake. We're going to go out here, we're going to come back with 3 points. We're going to be there for each other. We're going to stick to a plan. We have a detailed plan, okay? One thing I would say that sums this up is Siobhan got a call to go with his national team. Congratulations. Well done. He was meant to have gone already to join the team in preparation for their games. And he said, I can't come. I've got to be with the boys. I've got to be here with them, for the game. And that's the attitude we need from every single person here. All 20 of us going onto that field, whether we're playing, whether we're on the bench, whether we're ready to come on, we have to be there for each other, okay? Let's show them, let's show the league that, you know what, we're a good team and we're going to win today. And we're going to win convincingly today. We're going to dominate today. And we're going to have the energy today. We're going to protect the ball. We're going to look out for our fellow player and make sure that we put everything in. And when we leave and we can't walk, we know we've done a good job. I'll carry you out, I promise. Okay, good? Yep. All right, let's go.
We know we can. We're gonna do it again today. Let's go. Come on. Hey, just one thing in your head, bro. We don't let them celebrate in the field. If they win, they clinch playoffs. Let's ruin their party. Yep. Let's play for something today for pride. All right? Oh. It's our home. 2 more games. Let's give a show. Let's give a show. Everybody.
Enjoy, boys. Enjoy. Let's go. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win.
Decent delivery, skipping around.
Is it somebody's birthday? Dad, come watch us hit this ugly piñata. Dad!
When Hornets show up, So do we. Terminix it.
New flavors. The same traditions. Be the guest of honor. Add more flavor to your parties. El Jimador. Spiked Bebidas.
I kept it pushing and busting and moving and running and shaking and hustling. My competition be mad at themselves because they keep on falling down and struggling. They know I'm the man. I'm just showing out. I keep it real. Yeah, that's what I'm about.
When mosquitoes show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Yeah, trick. I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead.
Let's take a look at the news and notes around USL League One. Greenville in action tonight. Brazilian soccer legend Ronaldinho joining the ownership group on Wednesday. Meanwhile, Richmond with a big 2-1 win over Chattanooga. A come-from-behind victory that locked up the 8th and final playoff spot. Their first postseason berth in 2 years. Meanwhile, Union Omaha came all the way back from 2-0 down to 3-2 in second half stoppage time. Pedro Dolabello's goal clinching the Players' Shield for Los Bujos. And take a look at some of the other scores around the league. That game-clinching goal, that title-clinching goal, only came as a result of the Forward Madison result, who was scoreless at Bree Stevens Field against one Knoxville. Central Valley were in action earlier this week out on the road against one Knoxville. 2-1 losers in that contest. Meanwhile, Northern Colorado picking up the big 3 points at home against Spokane. More to talk about on the other side with highlights in store. See you soon.
At Golden Bear Physical Therapy, our goal is to help you reach the best version of you. We specialize in physical therapy, work injury prevention and rehabilitation, athlete training and sports injury, and so much more. So whether you're trying to get back to work or back to practice, call us today and let us help you.
45 minutes down on Fan Appreciation Night. Scoreless between Central Valley and Greenville. So no goals to talk of, but still plenty of highlights to go through. We'll take a look at how the first half went down. Greenville got on the front foot early, but how about this ball from 16-year-old Kevin Garcia, forward for Dembor Benson, who lost his footing a little bit there, but did enough to get back onto it, wait for reinforcements, and the pass that he tried to pick out for 18-year-old Zachary Smuck was cut out. The Triumph dominated possession, especially in that final third line. McKinnon, that was his lone chance. He had a couple shots that were blocked by defenders. Zion Scarlett seemed to be the player with real tenacity, wanting to drive at players as soon as he got the ball, keeping his wit and then exploiting that space. Jose Carrera Garcia found Javier Mariona in the box, and his effort was wide. And there's another look at Zion Scarlett again, wanting to drive at defenders and drag as many players in front of him as possible. That final shot from Sebastian Velasquez, testing Andre Zuluaga. Leo Castro waiting for the A-OK to get this one underway.
We are ready to go, fans. There's the whistle. The clock has started.
Whistle sounds, another 45 on the clock. So what will change for Fuego in this second half and for the Triumph? Medense going down. He was brought in the first half, the lone sub in that first half for injured Zachary Smuck. The leader for the Golden Playmaker Award, most assists in USL League One. Now back on his own 2 feet. Medense tried the Ronaldo chop. No space to go. More of a Cruyff turn, really. How about the space in front of Zion Scarlett? Onto his left. Sits his defender down. Forced all the way away from goal. Still able to pick out Nate Schultz. His cross dealt with. Second ball won by Benson. Good touch for Medense. Inviting Garcia forward.
Shadows are so confusing.
Herrera waited for the support from Velasquez. Now Hayden Anderson, the lone change at the break. Replacing Liam McKinnon, so the golden boot in USL League One will go down to the very last day. McKinnon tied with Juan Carlos Obregon Jr. on 14 goals apiece. Anderson, South Carolina native, played college ball with USC Upstate, and his game-winning goal led them to their first ever program win over South Carolina. Tore right into Tyler Pollock.
Don't forget the merchandise store. Jerseys on sale. Other such items.
Clayton Torr needs a ball. That would help. Now he's got one. Did well to find Denver Benson. First touch let him down, and big challenge climbing the ladder was Javier Mariona. Velasquez. Daniel Wu. Tyler Pollock has gotten quite high. Anderson has taken his place. Lee forced back. Again, Greenville with a suffocating amount of possession. 67% in that first half. So it was 3 on paper, the shape for Mike Elias and Central Valley, but it's operating much more like a 4, allowing Siobhan John Brown to get forward, and his first touch a little strong. Back onto it now. Wants the 1-2. Benson will go himself. Couldn't keep it on frame. It's better play from Central Valley. Denver Benson not afraid to try his luck. Does well to open up with the first touch and had the space to do so. Didn't really get a chance to pick his head up before striking, though. Bustamante forced it out of play. If this result holds, the final home playoff spot will come down to the last day. Greenville need all 3 points to secure a home playoff match. Nate Scholes. Once again, 16-year-old Kevin Garcia, who's covered a lot of ground in this match. Been just about everywhere. And now wins the ball defensively. Lofted ball finds Benson. First touch into the path of Medense. Pocket picked by Pollock. Line breaking pass forward for Scarlett, who'll want to go at goal. And that's going to be a foul. Brave defending from Jose Carrera Garcia. Oh. That is why you wear shin guards. A lot of the pros like the smaller shin pads these days, but that one is going to sting. Bustamante. Medense breaking out the 5-star skills. Mariona's made the overlapping run. Trying to charge him behind. Sits down his mark, and it went out for a corner kick. Medense to take it.
We have a debate who's going to take the corner. Looks like number 10 will take that.
Jose Carrera Garcia.
Garcia will take the corner. He played it short. He played long.
2 arms up, looking into the box. Lofted delivery. Allowed to get all the way through. The shot, however, blocked at the top of the 6. Kevin Garcia trying to pick his spot, just too many bodies in the way. Does have 1 goal on the year. His first professional goal back on September the 7th against Spokane. Nearly had a second in that match, too. Fifth corner of the night for Fuego, compared to 3 for Greenville. In-swing delivery right in front. Rankenberg punched it. Clayton Tor battled for it, and it will be another corner kick. Delivery very close to home, and That's clean play from Clayton Tort. Gunther Rankenberg was second to it. Design play from the corner kick. It will fall to Heckenberg. Elects not to take the bouncing shot. Medense onside. Gets by his mark with ease and hits the post. Tried it from an impossible angle and a fortuitous bounce for Rankenberg into his arms. That little feint, sitting down Chape Herrera. Surprised to see Medense try his luck from that kind of window. So incredibly narrow, about the width of a human hair, to try and squeeze the ball between the post and the goalkeeper. Nearly managed to do it. Pollock. Give and go might have been there. Again, speaking to head coach Rick Wright earlier this week, he said an early goal will be key in this one. Central Valley can start to impose their style. There was no early goal to be had, and Central Valley have had plenty of bright moments, especially in the second half, starting on the right foot. Lee. Scarlett tries to muscle his way through two defenders. Siobhan John Brown wins the battle. Mariona. Dense with nowhere to go. And now the back line for Greenville going to settle a little bit. Outside backs have both gotten very high on the ball. Tyler Pollock in particular has explored some space centrally. Second header straight to Siobhan John Brown. Schultz clearing it again. Another corner kick for Fuego. They've had a couple more looks at goal in the second half from the corner kicks. Outswing delivery this time. No, it will be Jose Carrera Garcia instead. He's taking his time to find his mark. Contested header. Falls to Heckenberg, who again won't take the shot. John Brown, good ball. Benson was there, it's straight up. Bustamante battling for it with Herrera. Now Carrera Garcia. Mario can hardly see through the sun, but what a ball he's played. Siobhan John Brown to the byline. Too close to Gunther Rankenberg. Here's Schultz, pursued by Garcia, able to clip that one in, just over Castro. Arriving is Anderson! Flashes wide, off the touch of a defender. Hayden Anderson with probably the best chance of the night so far for Greenville.
Rodrigo Robles coming off as number 17.
Tried to clip it in. I think it's Andre Zuluaga who got a touch to it. Rodrigo Robles will enter the match in place of Zion Scarlett. Now, how does this change Greenville's build-up play? Because Scarlett was so willing to drive right at defenders. Otherwise, it's been a lot of link-up play. What role will Robles play?
Velasquez will attempt another corner for the Triumph.
Velasquez's corner to the back stick. Zuluaga rising above the rest to get a punch to it. Menense caught out. Anderson. Castro. A lot of green shirts in the area. Gonna be tough to pick one out, and instead it's through all of them. Benson going down, popping right back up. Nice move by Heckenberg. Here come Fuego. Captain Chris Heckenberg continued his run. Carrera Garcia instead playing short. Skipper told to turn. Finding Medense. Bustamante. Mariona shuffles onto his right. Now Greenville in the 1v1s doing well. Watching the hips, not the ball, staying in front of their man. Medense trying to force a shot. Was never gonna get the chance. Heckenberg this time committing the foul. Australian native, played college ball with California Baptist and does impede the progress unfairly of Rodrigo Robles. Ball played forward, and the offside flag will go up.
Flag is up.
In the aftermath of both Hurricanes Helene and Milton, the USL has partnered with United Way Suncoast to help the Tampa Bay area recover from the devastation the storm left behind. To learn how you can get involved, scan the QR code or visit www.uslsoccer.com/Milton to ensure individuals and families have the access to resources they need to recover. '64th minute from Fresno State Soccer Stadium. Greenville trying to lock up all 3 points and a home playoff spot. Central Valley not going to budge. One shot on target from 9 for Fuego, 2 of 10 from Greenville. Carrera Garcia, he's dropped very deep to play that ball. He'll try and get forward now. Medense showing short. It's set into the box for Mariona. Mariona looking for Medense. Was picked away in a big collision.
Substitution on this side for the Fuego. Coming off is number 34, Kevin Garcia.
Mariona doing the right thing, trying to play that ball for Medense, who delayed his run, but Rodrigo Robles, second half substitute for Greenville, doing a nice job of coming all the way back to recover.
coming in. Sub's coming in. 17 just coming in. He's in the middle.
Omar Lemus into the match, replacing the other Academy product, Kevin Garcia. So the two Academy players that started this match are now on the bench for the rest of this one. Lemus, 32 appearances for the club last season, the former San Jose Earthquakes man. Herrera. Lee thought he drew the foul, instead committed it. Man who holds a number of records, not only for his club, but for the league as a whole. All-time USL League One leader in matches played, minutes played, and matches won. All-league first-team selection in 2022. Lee flicked it for Castro, who went down. Play goes on without him. And the sun's glare really starting to take effect. Discouraging that long ball from Mariona. John Brown, quick feet. Just not enough on it. Foul committed by Leo Castro. Siobhan John Brown played on the near side in the first half. He's on the near side again in the second. A mirror image positionally for him. Benson charging it down, almost got there.
All right, you guys know what time it is. Fuego El Fox.
Castro chested it down. Vinberg committed a foul.
They're going to be looking for the person bringing the most energy. They're going to be looking for the fans with the hands in the air. It is time for a
Player's still down right in front of the referee.
Fuego El Fox and Scorcher are going to start making their
And
play.
Sebastian Velasquez.
Walking your way, t-shirts in hand, knowing that the Fuego
Someone who's had an incredible career in the eyes of his head coach, Rick Wright.
would love to hear for you.
Played in NYCFC at the time. Andrea Pirlo was there.
Go ahead, Fuego fans, make some noise for Fuego El Fox and Scorcher.
And is someone who is an example to the younger players of this team in the eyes of his head coach.
You can get louder than that. You can get rowdier than that. If you want one of those t-shirts, put your hands up, stand up. Let's make some noise for Fuego El Fox and Scorcher. There you go. And don't forget, we're also still looking for the fan of the match. So the fan that is out there supporting this team, keeping them energized, giving the best that you can.
Velasquez now back on his own 2 feet. 4 goal contributions for him.
There you go. That's what I like to hear. Scorcher getting the crowd fired up.
Assisted the last time out. Scored the match before that, and you can hear the noise from the Fuego faithful on Friend Appreciation Night. The last home match for Fuego this season is an absolutely packed crowd.
Yep, that section right there in the middle. There you go. Scorcher getting you hooked up. Fuego has it.
Scorcher and Fuego El Fox handing out some shirts to the younger fans. Rodrigo Robles told to march back forward.
Let's cheer on the Fuego to victory.
It is Robles who receives the free kick, inviting Polak to step up a little bit. Velasquez. Gonna try it long. Bustamante in the way, all the way up from the back. Brian Bustamante, center defender by trade. He'll take a more familiar position now behind Heckenberg. Pollock, no way forward for him. Rankenberg trying the direct ball, and Castro lost his footing. Awkward one for Sean Vinberg to deal with. Quick restart from Clayton Torr, and he's taking the throw in from the wrong blade of grass. Velasquez on the edge of the area, blocked by Bustamante, right into the path of Castro, and Bustamante there again to deny him. Greenville had the numbers too. Now Heckenberg the other way at pace with Carrera Garcia. Lemus making the charge. Fresh legs from the substitute. 4 short for now. Carrera Garcia looking for that ball into the box. Played along the ground for Benson. Goes down. Referee will bring it back. Greenville now having to defend after not making the most of this chance. Velasquez. Shot deflected by Bustamante. Castro just tried to get his feet right for it. The 35-year-old has over 18,000 professional minutes across South Africa with 9 different clubs. Just over 4,500 minutes between 23 and 2024 combined with the Triumph. Medense to the right, Carrera Garcia to the left. Long way out. Medense goes low. Rankenberg not fooled. Big boot from the goalie. Up for Robles. Trying to take it in stride. Sees Castro. Couldn't pick out Hayden Anderson. And on the counter, Greenville have had space, but just can't find the passes. (2-2) draw the last time these two teams met. Schultz, back stick over everybody. Second ball recycled. Anderson, short pass, Lee's one-time ball, saved by Zuluaga. Danger still present. Anderson will try. Anderson not close. And it does go out for a corner kick. How about the play from Evan Lee with his back to goal to set up his teammate? Kick save from Zuluaga. Here's a look at the quick pass. Number 1 for the host, reading it all the way, despite the sun in his eyes. Chapa Herrera to take it. And more Benson winning it in the air. Chapa Herrera is somebody that Greenville's going to be looking to for the last 15 minutes, particularly as head coach Rick Wright saying someone who energizes his teammates, a hard worker and good at what he does. And with a little bit more energy up top, just a little bit more consistency in the passing in the final third, Greenville can take the lead. Here's Sebastian Velasquez. Plenty of space afforded on the overlap to Schultz. First time ball off Bustamante, corner kick.
You're in my shot, you're in my shot.
Velasquez is swinging in. Top of the 6, John Brown this time first to it. And headed out of play. Central Valley continuing to hold strong. Andre Zuluaga is yet to post a clean sheet this season. 14 minutes away from changing that. Great passing, Velasquez. Deflected and cleared away before it could reach Castro. Mendense in trouble. It's a scrum and the whistle will sound. Lemus. Schultz took the throw in. May not have been his to take. And it wasn't. Carrera Garcia, quick restart, looking for Lemus once again. Central Valley slowly getting numbers forward. Just patience from the hosts. Again, a team that usually plays without the lion's share of possession. Trying to keep the ball. Mendense trying to turn his mark and does. Good cross. Falls right to Carrera Garcia. My goodness, what a strike. And an even better save.
Great shot by number 10.
Gunther Rankenberg hasn't had much to do tonight, but my goodness, answered the call to action brilliantly. How about the technique on this to lock the ankle? No follow through. Kept it low. Was a rocket for that side netting. Jose Carrera Garcia denied a highlight reel worthy goal. Low cross answered by Tyler Pollock. Greenville trying to break. Work to be done defensively on that far side, and the work is done. John Brown. Lee's come across to help. John Brown trying to still go, and Wu goes to ground and wins the ball. Starting to open up a little bit now, Fresno State Soccer Stadium. And the ball will go out of play.
Injury time on the field. Hey, soccer fans, join us at
Daniel Wu went to ground on that challenge and
Fuego watch party Saturday, October 26th.
is in a little bit of bother from it.
226 Bruins Avenue in Clovis.
North Carolina native, played college ball with Georgetown.
Was heard at interchange.
Came off the bench last time out, his first appearance since August 25th against Northern Colorado. Working his way back to full match fitness and has gone the distance tonight so far. It was a great challenge. Otherwise, Siobhan John Brown is probably looking at a 1v1.
To see you there, 2 p.m. Saturday, the 26th. 526.
Wu named Big East Defensive Player of the Year in his senior year with Georgetown.
Final match of the regular season.
Chapa Herrera, the energizer for this team, trying to spur his side onward as we enter the 80th minute. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish-language sports network. Select matches, including the championship final, will be available in Spanish throughout the rest of the season. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Wu still down, and the referee telling him he may have to seek attention off the field. Fan appreciation night in full swing here at Fresno State Soccer Stadium. Still plenty of time for the hosts to treat their faithful to a goal.
On the pitch is number 15, Oliver Howard.
A lot easier said than done.
Off is number 2, Daniel Wu.
Oliver Howard will replace Daniel Wu, whose night is now done. Howard, native of Copenhagen, Denmark, made his professional debut in the Danish top flight in 2020. And the ball sportingly played back to Rankenberg. Howard getting his first few touches. Gonna look long. Great ball. Velasquez taking it down. Turning his mark inside out and couldn't scoop it into the path of a teammate. Lemus. Menense underhit it a little bit. Now looking for Denbor Benson! What a fantastic header and an unbelievable ball as well. And on fan appreciation night, Denbor Benson opens the scoring late. The man who was playing amateur soccer just months ago with an expertly taken chance. How about this ball from Alfredo Medense, his league-leading 8th assist of the year. Benson not trying to crush it, just guides it into that far post. Gunther Rankenberg didn't even try for it. The goalkeeper may have lost his bearings a little bit, but Denbor Benson took that chance so well. And now the flares are lit and some fire under the bellies of the Fuego players. His 4th goal of the season. The man who was signed from the burrito restaurant, El Farolito, scored both of the amateur side's goals in the U.S. Open Cup against Central Valley when his team won 2-1. Mike Elias said he absolutely tore us to shreds. We had to bring him on board. And now at his first chance in the big leagues, he has made a name for himself in front of this home crowd in the final match here at Fresno State Soccer Stadium this year. Pollock with a yellow card worthy foul. And will in fact be shown the booking. How about the noise now in the scene here on the West Coast? How many times have we mentioned it tonight that Central Valley can play well without the ball? They don't need to dominate possession to take their chances. And in fact, they've had only 37.8% possession. And after the goal, they've dominated the ball. Bustamante Center back trying to hopscotch his way through defenders. Finds Mariona, who's denied on the turn by Schultz. Lee. Now will Greenville take a more direct approach to goal? They bided their time on a number of occasions going forward. That time has very quickly started to run out, especially now they find themselves on the wrong side of a 1-0 scoreline.
Are they on two?
Schultz. Velasquez. Held. Pollock. Robles turning. He'll want to get more forward. Gonna do that with the ball at his foot. Velasquez. Robles continuing his run and forcing a corner kick. Sebastian Velasquez trying to see. Sun setting right into his vision. Headed down, and the chance won't count. A foul in the box, fighting for it. Select the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest select product specials and more. Select the player's choice. Central Valley going to take their time a little bit, as much as they can, without falling foul of the referee. Robles. Anderson. Needs help. Pressure by Heckenberg. Heckenberg sliding in. Got enough of the ball. Not once, but twice. Now how does Central Valley play out of pressure? They do it with the help of the foul. You can see the chunk in the grass left by that physical challenge against Clayton Tort.
Triumph. Coming on the pitch is number 16, Pascal Corvino. Coming off is number 22, Nate Schultz.
Change for Coach Rick Wright. Pascal Corvino introduced, the Italian, replacing Nate Schultz. Corvino now coming off the bench in his last 3 outings, back-to-back-to-back. Played with the Little Rock Rangers in USL League Two last year, was the first trialist in 2024 to be signed. Good ball for Mariona, tough angle, deflected on the cross, and away from goal for now. The cutback looping up over Rankenberg, and Pollock just shielding it out. Shuffling it out of harm's way.
Corner kick for the Fuego, brought to you by Daisy Printer. Once again, number 10.
Jose Carrera Garcia will take it.
Will take the sponsored corner kick by Daisy Printing.
Short play for Mariona is there. Carrera Garcia, this is lovely movement. Onside. Menense has some space. And now offside. The 3-man weave was there. Just took a little bit too long to play that pass into the box. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access, Tuesdays 7 p.m. Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. '90th minute. Tyler Pollock, longtime veteran of the club, playing it forward for one of the new men in town, Pascal Corvino. Back heel intercepted. Kept in play by Siobhan John Brown. Fuego could have numbers here if they can go quickly. It's forward for Mariona, and a smart header back, and the flag will deny number 32 again.
Flag was up once again, offside against the Fuego. Trying to quickly put the ball in play.
Rankenberg. Halde. Intercepted by Carrera Garcia. Deshaun Nemhard set to enter the fray. Mike Elias trying to bolster things defensively in the final minutes. Here's Omar Lemus. Charging forward. Wrong foot's his mark. Great ball in for Siobhan John Brown. And it's right at Rankenberg. Apologetic hand up from Siobhan John Brown. And foul called. 5 minutes is the word for Central Valley to close out their home slate with the win, and Andre Zuluaga's first clean sheet.
Coming on the pitch, number 31,
Deshaun Nemhard
Number 20.
will replace Alfredo Medense. Medense only brought on in the 33rd minute. And will take a spot on the bench for one more defender out on the pitch. One, two for Castro, cut away by Nemhard. Halde, Velasquez, Corvino. Keeping his head on a swivel. Everybody looking up as soon as they get the ball. They want the pass. 360 spin from Velasquez. Still not free of Omar Lemus. Referee thought about the foul, allows play to go on. Pollock, Corvino. Clipping it through, nobody there. Tyler Pollock has gotten onto it though. Numbers queued up for the cross. How to bounce all the way through, and did anyone touch it? No, they did not.
Goal kick for Fuego.
eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Tenth appearance for Andre Zuluaga this year. The 21-year-old from Miami, Florida, may be well on his way to his first clean sheet. Former Las Vegas Lights man. Still has work to do. Sliding challenge came in. The foul is called. It's outside the box by the judgment of the referee. Clayton Torr making the challenge. It's a 50-50 chance. Oh, and he may have got a touch on the ball, but he's coming from behind there, and by that look made contact with the player first. And there is no easy decision in refereeing this league, and there is no such thing as an easy end to any match. There will be drama till the final whistle. Central Valley want a home win. Greenville looking unlikely to get all 3 points, but one would do them a lot of good. Tied as of right now with one Knoxville and 34. Fighting for that final home playoff game. Pascal Corvino standing over it. Substituted into the match in the 89th minute. We're into the 96th. Corvino will try, and it's over the bar. That may just do it. Pascal Corvino denied his second of the year. Difficult to take a free kick when you've only been on the pitch for a matter of minutes. Another look at it. Had the spin, just didn't get his top spin on the ball. Never came back down. Cleared forward. 97th minute now. Clever move from Herrera. They gotta go forward. They won't get a chance to. Central Valley Fuego close out the home slate with a win. Dembor Benson's goal, the deciding tally. His header claiming a clean sheet on home soil, and Andre Zuluaga's first clean sheet of 2024. The former semi-pro baller makes his mark one last time this season at Fresno State Soccer Stadium. Coverage continues with the post-match show in just a little bit. See you soon.
At Golden Bear Physical Therapy, our goal is to help you reach the best version of you. We specialize in physical therapy, work injury prevention and rehabilitation, athlete training and sports injury, and so much more. So whether you're trying to get back to work or back to practice, call us today and let us help you.
Dembor Benson with his fourth goal of the year and the lone goal tonight. 1-0 the final, Central Valley over Greenville. We'll take a look at how it all went down with the full-time highlights. Greenville dominating possession from the off, but Central Valley took their chance as well. Javon John Brown finding Benson, who found the trees behind the goal, but again, Central Valley, though they didn't boss the ball, they found their openings in the final third. Alfredo Medense as well completely changed the match once he was introduced shortly before halftime. That shot from a tough angle off the post. Not the last time you're going to hear his name, though. Nate Scholes into the box just over Leo Castro. Arriving late, Hayden Anderson denied by Andre Zuluaga. And then on the counter, Velasquez shut down by Brian Bustamante, who also denied Leo Castro. Well done from number 24 on the solo defensive effort there. Zuluaga made another good stop from close range. Greenville just couldn't find a way through all the bodies in the box. And when they did, Andre Zuluaga was there. Medense thought he might have an assist here, especially with that kind of shot. My goodness, Jose Carrera Garcia. One more time for this one. No follow through on this. Hits it so pure. Gunther Rankenberg with two hands to it. But this is a league-leading 8th assist from Alfredo Medense. What a ball. On a platter for Dembor Benson. Still plenty of work to do. Has a great header on it. Gunther Rankenberg completely wrong-footed. Look at this one more time. Picks the head up. Has the spin to take it away from the defender. It's so well placed. Bounced low off the post and into the side netting. Central Valley hang on in front of all of the fans on Fan Appreciation Night, who even brought some of the flares with it too, to close out 2024. We'll take a look at the standings. Fuego tied with Lexington on 18 and 2 with Chattanooga. A chance for them to get some more next week, but the one to watch for Greenville will be one Knoxville. Both of those teams tied on 34. Whichever one finishes with more will get a home playoff game. So Central Valley Fuego in their final home match of 2024 get the 1-0 win. Alfredo Medense's ball finished off by Dembor Benson. An excellently taken chance, and in the end, the deciding chance. For everybody behind the scenes making this broadcast possible, from producer Brent Coscayuela, I've been Phil Galati saying so long and good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.